everyone, and welcome to another foundation review from me. We have got foundations coming out of our ears, new ones lately. So, I am trying my darndest to get to all of them, and this week we've got one from Milk Makeup. They did send this to me in hopes of a review. I don't know what the words did not form correctly, but they did send these to me in hopes of a review. They are not guaranteed a review, and they are certainly not guaranteed a good review. They are just 100% honest opinions here on my channel. But we have got the new Milk Makeup Flex Foundation Stick. Ping! It looks like it's got great reviews so far. It is $36 for 10 grams of product, and it is supposed to be a medium coverage natural finish foundation. There are 36 different shades available, as you can see. You can see the palest, the medium color, and the deepest color on the models right here. But they say that this is going to cover, calm, and flex. It's got a buildable formula that can take on anything that you've got, which, great. Appreciate it. Need it right now. The fact that it's in a stick formula means it's going to glide on and be mess-free. Infused with blue lotus and chamomile to help calm redness and moisturize the skin. And it is not going to crease or cake on the skin because it has elastic marshmallow root extract. But vegetarians and vegans, do not be alarmed when you hear marshmallow. This product is vegan and cruelty-free like Milk Makeup always is. And it's also free of all these other things. Fragrance-free is great to see, at least for me and my problematic skin. And they just say to apply this like most foundations, you know, swipe it on and then you can blend it out with your fingers, a sponge, or a brush, and also use concealer for added coverage. So I think that's about all I can say. I've got 4 of the shades here, so hopefully one of these will match me okay. I am excited to test this out with you guys, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's hop on over to my natural daylight and get started. Alrighty, so here we go. Here's my skin at the moment. As always, glasses wearers of the world, I've got you covered. These are the 4 shades that were sent to me here. We've got porcelain over on this side, and then snow, creme, and fair over here. I have no idea. I think I'm gonna try snow. It says this is for very fair with cool pink undertones, so I feel like this is absolutely not going to match me. But I just don't know, my friends. I do really like the packaging. It's got a decent weight to it, and it is a nice, firm, strong feeling plastic. So let's see. Okay. That looks way whiter than it does in the tube, does it not? I take it back. Let's go with fair. I think that's much better. So let's see. It does look nice and creamy. Blending well with a brush. I don't know why, but it always weirds me out, the thought of blending out a stick foundation with a sponge. I mean, we're still gonna try it, but there we go. Looks pretty decent, I would say. It looks like it didn't go into the pores completely, but overall, I mean, it did a pretty decent good job at covering. Now let's see. This is the side with most of my blemishes, so let's see how this does with a sponge. Definitely sheared it out a bit, but I do like the way that it blended. Maybe this will be one that'll be good to do a dual blending with. So there we go. It is not perfection, and it is certainly still too light on me, but this is just what I was given to work with, so I'm gonna work with it. I would definitely say it gave a decent amount of coverage to the skin. It didn't clear any of my really big, deep, dark scars at the moment. Or scabs, I guess I should say, but it's kind of hard for me to expect anything to. That's not necessarily a fault of this foundation, but overall I think it looks pretty dang good, pretty natural on the skin, and a light to medium type of a coverage. I am going to use some concealer just to cover up these larger blemishes of mine. That is not seen as cheating. I have tried out this Milk concealer before and really liked it, but the tube that I had was broken, unfortunately, but they sent me some new ones with this foundation, so figure why not try it out again. But I did, like I said, I really liked it. It gives really good coverage. I like the packaging when it's not broken, and blends out nicely, nice and smooth. I mean, right? This definitely does the job of a concealer. Right, and also, just because I can, I am going to be testing out the new Flex highlighter, or one of them. I'm gonna test out the Lit shade that they also sent to me with this line of products. It is so pretty, at least in the pan, and I am sure excited to rub this on my cheeks. I feel like it's gonna be powerful. It is, but in such a beautifully subtle way. Like the way that I'm a fan of highlighter. Ooh. Oh, this could quickly become my favorite highlighter ever, depending on how it lasts on the cheeks. Oh my god. It is so pretty. Let's see what's blush on top. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh my god. This blush really doesn't go with my eyeshadow. Oh well, it's too late. Cassie, you really could have figured that out fairly quickly. Cool toned eyeshadow, warm toned blush. Okay, well, what's done is done. So I am going to go ahead and finish up my makeup and etc, get on with my day. I'll be checking in with you all periodically so that we can see how these products are doing on my face. And then I will see you all at the end of the night for my very final check. Well, not my very final, but my final check-in of the day. All right, anyways, I'll see y'all in just a second here. Ready? Ding! Hello, everyone. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. My hair is tired. My voice is tired. I'm knackered. I've also been watching Love Island. I'm horrible at accents. If you needed any proof. I know I'm bad. Please don't hate me. Please don't unsubscribe just because I'm bad at accents. But anyways, Love Island rubs off on you after you've had it on in the background for the past like 5 hours. I had a busy day today. I just have been packing and going nuts trying to get stuff because Salvation Army is coming to pick up some furniture from me in a couple days here before my move, so I needed to get all of that cleared out, blah blah blah. I also bought new furniture to replace that furniture, so my mom and I spent like 6 hours today putting together a new desk and a dresser, lingerie dresser, treasure chest set of drawers that I'm gonna be putting my makeup in my new office, in my new place. I'm so excited for this next chapter, you guys, but moving is exhausting. And that was just a lot of physical labor. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I checked in after we built the desk. That was about 5.5 hours into the wear of this foundation, and I honestly thought it looked pretty darn good at that point. Like, it had definitely started to fade, but I didn't feel excessively oily or anything. If anything, I feel like I felt more sweaty than anything, but I just figured, you know, I should blot, because why not? So I went ahead and I blotted, and it came off on the blotting sheet a little bit, the foundation did, but overall I didn't think it did too poorly of a job. And overall, now here I am at the end of the night here, built another piece of furniture, so 2 pieces of furniture, had some dinner, delicious, delightful, got a lot of packing done. My den is officially, except for the closet, which basically just has like winter coats and stuff in it, so it shouldn't be too hard, but everything else in here packed and ready to go, except for the background stuff, but I will still be using those in the couple weeks to come here. Yeah, so we're pretty dang good to go. So happy, but like I said, I am so tired. But the foundation, you know, it's not looking awful. It's not looking great. It certainly looks a little cakey in my mouth lines, and it has gotten oily looking. It has pretty much completely come off my nose, at least on my nostrils. But aside from that, I'm happy with it. I can still see the highlight on my cheeks, which is a plus. And just overall, you know, for not having on a primer today, I think things look pretty darn okay. It's also felt super lightweight today. I never felt like I had to worry about touching my face while I was sweating or anything. So overall, I'm a happy camper. I think things look okay. Not the greatest, but I think after the past couple of foundations I've tried out, this one is leaps and bounds better. So I'm pretty happy with it right now, and I'm excited to keep on testing it with you guys over the next couple days, this next week here. So I will see you all in just a second so we can see how those days went. You don't know? Cassie of the past doesn't know, but Cassie of the future, she can tell you lots of things that I cannot. Ready? Ding! All right, my friends, it is the end of this testing. Oh, I have conflicted emotions for you all, which is a little bit bittersweet, truth be told. I mean, I've just been testing so many awful foundations lately. At least the last two that I've tried out have just been atrocious on me. So to have conflicted feelings where I'm like, is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. It's a strange feeling. But anyways, let me tell you about the past couple days here so that you can get an understanding. For day 2, I went ahead and I used my Smashbox primer. I don't know why I thought a hydrating primer was going to be the way to go with this stuff, but you know, I figured I'd give it a try. I do it in all my other foundation tests. I also went ahead and I used the concealer first instead of putting it on top of the foundation. That was mainly just to make myself happy since I'm a concealer first kind of a girl, but I did use the same application method overall by using the foundation brush to kind of spread it out and then use a sponge to really smooth and make everything look nice and flawless on the skin. It went on nice and creamy once again, but it did feel ever so slightly like it was sitting on top of my skin, which was the start of it. The start of things going downhill and feeling mediocre. But overall, I did think it looked good on my skin. I thought it was a nice, natural, satiny kind of a finish, but Cassie of the past is going to check in with you all so she could express some emotions. So, Cassie of the past, you wanna take over for, yeah, we're on the same, okay. Have fun. Oh, hello, people of they be considered people, they're people of the future, I guess. I am Cassie from the past, and I am here to tell you about the foundation today. My mom has been cheating and looking at my face, even though I told her to surprise. So ashamed in her listening skills. How does my face look?
I think it looks really nice.
Yeah.
I really do.
Because people don't trust your opinion after the last time.
Really?
Yeah, when you said that you liked the foundation, even though it was like the worst foundation I've ever worn. And then you got closer up to it and you were like, oh yeah, no, it's pretty gross.
Yeah. Let me get close. Ooh, I think it looks nice.
Oh, I was going to say, are you going to take it back? I haven't looked at it, so I don't know.
Okay, I think it looks nice.
Okay. I mean, I was wearing it yesterday as well, but we were pretty sweaty.
Yeah.
I've had this on for about 5 hours, almost, going on 5 hours, and so far it feels good, but I am feeling oily, and with this primer, it's making it feel like it is sitting on top of my skin, and so like whenever I touch it, I can see some transfer, so I was nervous about how it's looking. Okay, no, it's looking good. I look sweaty, but...
I think it looks good. It looks moist. You know, I mean, as far as, you know, it doesn't look cakey at all.
Right. It looks very natural.
Yes. It looks like you have flawless skin.
It looks like I'm sweating. So, yes, I am your greasy child. Look at how you made me. How dare you? Anyways, so that is that. I'm gonna get on with my day. We have trashy TV to watch. We have food to eat once it gets ordered. And yeah, Cassie the Future, take it away! Ah, yes, Back to the Future. I came home, you know, finished up my night, and at the end of the night, I was already feeling oily again, like quite oily at about 9.5 hours of wear and not going through too much that day in terms of physical labor. A little bit of heat, but other than that, nothing much. But either way, the foundation had come off on my chin, my nose, and around my nose, like on my cheeks in that area. It wiped right off with my finger. I was noticing transfer throughout the day, but it didn't look horrendous overall. That's just kind of what was happening. So I thought, okay, I felt like the first day I didn't really feel like this was sitting on top of my skin. It must have been the Smashbox primer. It just was too hydrating or something, since this foundation does have a slip to it, you know. I think that's so that it can go on nice and smooth. Well, so on today, day 3, I went ahead and used my Guerlain primer so that the foundation had something more to stick to, more of that kind of a feeling. And again, I went ahead, I used my primer, and then I used the concealer. I used the same application method because it worked well so far. If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of a thing, and I thought things looked really good, you know, same buildability and smooth application. I just overall thought that it looked nice once again. However, it has been another day where this just gets really oily really quick on me, and unfortunately it is when my oils start to come through, that's when it kind of starts to feel like it's separating from the skin or like sitting on top of the skin type of a thing. It's not uncomfortable, and I really don't feel like it ever feels heavy throughout the day, so that's great. I've also noticed that with this primer there is less transfer when I touch my face. There's still a slight bit, especially on blotting papers like you were able to see when I first checked in today, but overall we're at the end of the night here. I'm looking oily again and I'm feeling oily, and I've got a feeling that while this isn't the worst foundation on me / on oily skin, I just think it would fare better on like normal skin because, okay, we're getting into it. Pros and cons, let's talk about them, yeah? For the pros, I do have to say it's got an easy application to it. It really is just swipe, blends out really easily, buffs out, and looks very nice on the skin. It's got a very nice satiny, almost dewy in the beginning, skin-like finish to it. I think it looks really natural and really pretty on the skin, it really does. And throughout the day, even if you do get oily and the transferring starts to happen and whatnot, it stays lightweight feeling, and it also fades fairly gracefully. It's not the most graceful fade, because if you do get really oily like around your nose like I do, I feel like it's not as graceful in that area, but the rest of the face I felt like it did fade very gracefully. Unfortunately, that is where the pros end. Going on into the cons here. Biggest con I think is that this gets really oily really quickly. I'm assuming that's just if you have oily skin, but I can't say for sure. It might get oily on everybody, but either way on me it got very oily very quick with very minimal effort, and then it does feel like it is sitting on top of the skin, which, like I said, it doesn't end up feeling heavy, but it does feel like it's sitting on top of the skin, which is a bit of an uncomfortable feeling, I think, personally, especially because it feels like it's going to wipe off if you touch your face, and most of the time that is the truth. Also, like I said earlier, I think this would do best on normal skin, because for me, like on my nose today, I had some drier spots, and I felt like the foundation really clung to that and emphasized the dry bits, so I don't know that this would work great on dry skin if you have like visible flakiness or texture or whatever, even if you do have oily skin but you have acne and so that gets flaky and scabby and whatever. I don't know that I would recommend it to those people, but if you have super normal skin, I would say those are the people that should check this out. I don't know what Galileo is going on about back there, but anyways, there you go. There is my review on this new Milk Makeup Flex foundation stick. I think out of all of the foundations I've tried, I think I've tried a couple other Milk foundations. This is definitely my favorite out of all of them, I do believe. I don't know that I'm ever gonna wear it again. I will tell you, I will be wearing the concealer. I love this concealer. It really is one of my favorite concealers, truly. This right next to the Too Faced Sculpt one, the thick bottled one. Those are definitely two of my favorite concealers ever. I love it and would highly recommend the concealer, especially if you have oily skin. It lasts very well throughout the day, and the highlight is beautiful. I really love the look of it. Nice and lovely, natural, but still a really good pop. Lasts all day, I think, and overall looks good. unlike this mascara. So, that is gonna do it for me for this review. Thank you, Milk Makeup, for sending this stuff my way to test out. I'm sorry it didn't go perfectly for me, but hey, like I said, it's not all your products, it's just this foundation. Love the concealer, love the highlight, love other products, but the foundation, it's not for me. You guys should let me know down in the comments below, though, how you fared with this foundation. If you have tested it out, what kind of skin do you have, all that good stuff, so we can cook up a nice casserole of comments down there, get everyone's info, get everyone better informed, unlike my English. And yeah, just, it's always good hearing from you guys. You can also let me know if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful by giving it a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you are new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe. You can tippity tap that notification bell down below. You can become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!